Hey ladies, this here is my makeup tutorial. Thank you all for watching. As you all can see, I have already started on my right eyebrow with my brow tint. It is brown, a dark brown. I also have my eyebrow wand. As you can see, I just went in and filled it in, and now I'm just going to brush it out and make sure that my lines So now I am going to go in with my Pro Concealer. I'm not too for sure what number it is, ladies. I do want to let you all know that you always want to make sure that it is a brighter color, at least 2 tones lighter than your actual foundation. I'm going to use this concealer to outline my eyebrows just to give it that sharp look. When I outline my eyebrows of the shape that I am content with, I am then going to blend out the concealer just so it fades out and it doesn't leave the white lines in my eyebrow. So as you can see, I am now filling out and shaping the top of my brows with my concealer. After I get both eyebrows to the shape that I would like, I am now going to go down the middle of the eyebrow to close up my unibrow. I use concealer on my eyelids just to give it a foundation for my eyeshadow next. This here is my purple palette. I'm going to start in my crease with a very faded pastel purple. Just because my colors that I'm going to put on top, I want them to stand out more than I want my base color to. This is just to add a good even amount layer to start off with. I'm going to push and move outward from my eyelid all the way up to my eyebrow. Very lightly, just moving it up just so I can spread the foundation of my first base color. Blend, 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 ladies. There's that Pro Concealer I was telling you ladies about. I'm glad I was able to show you that product. I'm just going to take this Pro Concealer to go and basically outline from my crease on down my eyelid. I am going to give myself a winged look with this concealer. I'm going to start it from my crease and cover my whole eyelid and end it in a wing. Just so this is the foundation of no creasing also, and to help brighten up my colors brighter than my actual foundation base color, which was the very pastel kind of light purple that you see on the base. Now to seal that concealer and make sure that my concealer is increasing, I'm going to go over my concealer with just a white slash kind of pink tint eyeshadow from my red palette, as you see in my hand. It's a very tinted pink color, but it's also bright or white enough to where my purples that I'm going to put on top of it will still stand out like I needed to, while stopping my concealer from creasing. Now this here is my eyeshadows. I'm going to use 3 different eyeshadow colors, all different shades of purple. I'm going to start off in the middle of my wing, right actually where my eyeball is placed. I would like to use as reference. And I'm just going to go in and blend it out. I will not blend this color that I am putting on top past my outline of my wing and my concealer. As you can see, I'm going in to gently tap in to make sure I do not mess up my beautiful lines. Now this here is the darkest color that you want out of your palette, whichever color schemes you are using. You want to use your darkest on your wing because you want your wing to stand out. This here is the 3rd color. So the first one was the concealer, which also I used kind of like a tinted white pink eyeshadow to base it all. And then I went in with a glitter pink velvet purple, and then I'm going to end it with a heavy purple. Ladies, let's make sure that we are keeping this purple in the lines. As you can see, I am going back to constantly clean that up because it will get past my concealer line just from trying to keep it in my crease. Look at that luscious crease. Now, as you can see, I'm just going back in to double check on things and make sure the colors are as heavy as I need them to be. I'm going to also go back and clean things up with my concealer next, just to bring my winged eye to a better point in just a few here. There we go. Ladies, I want us as careful as possible, steady hands to make sure that we get those creases going. As you can see, I also did my left side. You want to keep your creases going. You don't want to mess up your creases when you're going in to clean it up with your concealer. Now, concealer time. So this concealer here is just to give my face some contouring. Ladies, please help me out if I'm mistakenly answering this. This contour here is to basically give my face dimensions of light so the camera knows exactly where to hit. And not only that, for this base of the concealer, because I'm going to add on a second one, it's just going on because I want to cover up as much as my acne as possible. This here is a matte foundation that I use simply because of my pores. I have oily skin, so my pores open up quickly as soon as I'm out in the sun. So I do use a BB foundation matte. This is the chestnut color. I'm just going to go in and cover my face and get as much coverage as possible. Make sure, ladies, that when you do your foundation, you are blending it into your neck. Blend it into your neck, ladies. We don't want necks and faces different colors. So now I'm going to go over with more concealer. Like I said, this one is to actually contour my face and actually tell the light where to hit. The first base of concealer was more so to give myself more coverage and promise that coverage up under my foundation. Kind of like the base that I use for my eyeshadow, that first base of that first color. This is another part of contouring, ladies. You want to make sure that this contour part that you do on the outline of everything is just to make things look skinnier and bring it in more if you need it to. You do want to blend this out. This is used to make your nose skinnier. Now, while that sits on my face, as you just seen, I had showed you my setting powder. Your setting powder, for my reference, I would love for it to be the same, just a little bit lighter than my foundation. I'm going to go in and put this setting powder over my places or spots of concealer, because those places of too much concealer can make it cake up and it can make my concealer fold. So I will use setting powder to go in and just to even out my concealer color and to make sure that I don't get any creases or my concealer doesn't decide to fold. Up under my eye here, ladies, I'm going to go in with a white pencil just to open up my eyelids more and give it more pop and expression. And then I'm going to go under the white with a pink just to outline and emphasize the colors that are on top as well on the bottom of my eyelid. So I went ahead and popped those lashes on off camera simply because it does take me a long time. I did use these individual lashes that I'm going to show you all. There are also my cutting scissors. I only use 2 segments of the eyelashes for each under eyelid to give myself bottom eyelashes. Each set of the pair or eyelash that I use, I'm going to cut them in half to make 4 for each eye. So I know a lot of you ladies may use eyelash glue. I am not very fond of eyelash glue simply because my eyes water a lot. So I know it is a big no-no, ladies, but yes, I do use hair glue.